Good to see you. Yeah, I shortened a little bit.
Lost a little bit of weight.
Lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah, you're looking good.
Thank you very much. You're looking good too. The abs, wow. The crunches.
Really
Crunches
hard.
are coming in handy these days. Go on.
Gentlemen, again, it's an honor. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming after the show. Is everybody feeling okay after the show today?
Yeah, it's does.
I don't know who said it best, but I guess it's good to be loved. And as you make your return to Toronto the second of two nights, what we want to do is something that happened at the Thursday night show. Thought was interesting. You referenced a gig that happened about 20 years ago, March '81, the Maple Leaf Ballroom. You even got the name of the venue correct. Most bands have trouble getting the name of the venue they're in that night. But you got it. And what we want you to do is take a look at the screens because we actually have some footage of the wonderful gig at the Maple Leaf Ballroom. Here it is. Some classic footage from the band. Thoughts?
Do you want to step outside?
Matter of fact, maybe we will.
As you know, as extraordinary as that particularly, that particular hairdo is, much more extraordinary was to follow. We had the mullet, right about the mid '80s.
And it's back in style again, but this time with irony.
The mullet's coming around with irony, and I'm fresh out of irony.
The ironic thing is actually the guy who filmed that, the cameraman that night, is actually in the basement here working on this show as well.
We know where he parks his car.
It's a little odd sometimes because at the first 2 minutes of the song, you're like, people are right in your face, and that's so it's a little
pornographic. It's kind of like doing it with the lights on. You want to be, you want to be really in love with somebody. And
You gotta make sure you're okay with what you're about to find out.
That's right.
The dark make things so lovely. Indoor or outdoor swimming pools.
I'm over chlorine.
Instability of this band.
I like stadium shows.
I think there's a challenge,
If they go off, it's hard to get 70,000 people to agree on anything. So if they go off and there's a lot of feeling in that room and those songs go off, it's the best night of your life. If it doesn't go off, like the man from Fort Lauderdale obviously had a bad one.
There's one thing that it's really easy to get 70,000 people to agree on, and that's appear in a video with Angelina Jolie. I can't imagine anybody would have a problem with that.
Edge, you dirty.
What's your problem? Angelina could have chosen to have Bono, but no, she chose me. You got a problem with that?
She always said she liked the Edge and Billy Bob Thornton, so perhaps he just remained consistent. In the break, someone made a mention, congratulations about the baby. Is this Zeppelin, like Led Zeppelin, is it still the Untitled Fourth? Have we got a name for the kid yet? Any of that?
No, it's still, it is untitled. But what's track one, side one, Led Zeppelin 4?
Track one, side one, rock and roll.
That won't work. Track two?
What is and what should
How
never
about
be?
Levy, Houston?
When the levee breaks. Within the 4 of the band and the 5 in the corporation, I guess that would be Paul, do you guys, are the disagreements within the band different than they would have been, say, before you played the Elma combo just after Lennon had died? Were the disagreements different at this point?
Still over the deli tray, mostly.
You just keep folding
They
and
get
folding?
really rough. And what we were trying to do was right in the middle of that movement. And when the grunge thing was happening, we were sailing our ship the wrong way, up tide, in plastic pants. And, a video, Zoo TV thing was just, that was the punk rock thing to do at the time.
Calling the White
Not
House.
to, put on a pair of dungarees. And so right when, rock and roll was getting really brown and dull and it was getting all progressive rock and boring and long again, we went day-glow on pop. And we started working with DJs and we started putting on a show that was more like black music, more like George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, the mothership. You know what I'm saying?
Tear the roof off, we're gonna tear the roof off.
And none of the brothers had any problem with it. But, you know, white middle-class kids from Daddy had bought them a Les Paul were going, that's not rock and roll. No. You know,
And then
like,
as that...
fuck 'em.
You reach a point where you touch an audience and there's a loyalty factor. Within your own crew, there are people who have been there from, you know, way back when. Loyalty is, I imagine, what's keeping you together, because people can't even stay together with someone they apparently love for longer than 4 years.
It had nothing to do with loyalty. We've got nowhere else to go.
I just couldn't say that. It was you.
Unemployable.
Is there something between the four of you that people are missing? Because it is an unbelievable surprise.
We're all gay.
I've been reporting that for 3 months, man.
You have a problem with that?
I think it's awesome and good for you. What do you think we call it? U2 Does Much. So, we mentioned your baby earlier, and we should give you this. This is just some gear for the kid, and anybody who start having new kids, we'll start giving you gear as well. Which kind of goes with the logo, I guess. You know, so we've got a whole bag of Much Music stuff for you here.
Sponsor a child.
That's right. It's gonna happen.